Hey, I'm Eliot Jackson, and we are at Snowshoe, West Virginia for the 5th round of the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. It's the last week of racing in 2021. We have a doubleheader here, which is going to be insane. This is my first doubleheader, 6 days of riding instead of just the typical 3. I think everyone's going to be pretty tired.
When I sat down last night for dinner, I was like, well, I've got a busy 6 days ahead of me, and I guess like nutrition and hydration, it's going to play a big part, and you just got to look after yourself, just like you would any race, I guess, but maybe you got to turn that a little bit more here.
Compared to last year, we had this huge kicker right out the gate, but already the track's changed a lot. You go straight into the woods. This top section is all about carrying good speed, lots of ruts with a lot of good support, so right off the gate, totally different. Oh yeah, baby! Woo! This is kind of what the top looks like, where you don't have a lot of lines and there's so much support for all of the turns. You probably at home have ridden a bike park that looks like this, but it's all about the intensity. You're really pumping, really trying to get everything you can out of the bike, out of the track, because that's what's going to make up time here at the top section. When we talk about riders having to learn 2 tracks, this is a good example of that. They will actually tape 2 sections, and then for Wednesday's race, they go around this right side, and for Saturday's race, they'll go off this drop.
I don't really ride this kind of stuff often. All night I was just thinking about that jump actually, and it's fine. I jumped it, I didn't even see the trees. I don't know if I'm blind or something, because I like forgot they were there.
Okay, we're gonna, well, yeah, okay. But I want to do like a nature documentary. Here we can see a gaggle of photographers in their natural environment. No sudden movements because you scare them off. They are masters at sitting in the same spot for hours. Masters. They've got it. This jump is pretty gnarly because you have to transfer over and there's a boulder. If you don't make it, you're gonna crash. And it's steep on the landing, so you have to brake straight into this turn. Aaron, funny to see you on the side of the track. What's going on? Why aren't you out there racing?
I basically just am not healed up to the point of like kind of being as strong as I'd want to be to like push for good positions. Still healing up from my back injury last month, and it was frustrating for sure, but we'll make the most of it.
So that means you're gonna walk the track with us?
Sure, let's do it.
Aaron, I feel like this is one of those sections where it's like one of the easiest parts on the track, but there's so much time to be made up here.
It's one of those spots that, like you said, anybody could ride down this section of trail. But it's in a race run. It's one of the few spots where I feel like you can make some time if you're really on it. So it's mostly in this kind of stuff, trying to avoid all these routes. Like even if you're going to be on a weird spot of the track that you would think the momentum would naturally flow, because you're not running over so much repetitive square edge stuff, you'll end up going faster. So
see, that's nice.
It's one of those spots where you feel like you can really ramp your heart rate up a bit.
I'm only practicing and I'm exhausted.
And then you go right into the gnarly stuff from here.
This super steep section kind of is the transition from support, turns, dirt, into just super rough rocks where you have to carry your speed much flatter.
This is always like a different change, especially even for bike setup, because you might set your stuff up to work good. In the flat stuff, maybe soften your forks up, try to get to work better in that square edge stuff, and then you get to here, and you're gonna be all over the front end. So it's definitely a tricky little part.
This is the last rock garden on the entire track. I always thought about it as like the home free rock garden, and right at the bottom where you see that pad, it's like this insane route, super slippery, really easy to make a mistake in. But after this, you're kind of done. You have to get on the pedals in the open, and then you're to the finish.
I feel like you have the most chill marshal position all day.
Don't confuse me with the marshal. They've got the whistles. I press the button. When the people come to my zone, I've got my button. I mix it up every time. Do something different. Take a look at the camera. I will not be on camera.
Sure.
This is my only day.
Yeah.
So you gotta enjoy what you got. And right now, I'm here pressing buttons.
Just loving
Here
it.
it comes.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Show us. Show us.
Hey, there it is. And I try not to miss a single one, but I like what I do. And, so,
My boy Perry.
yeah. You want pepperoni?
No.
Pepperoni cheese. I've got last night's Chinese.
You're doing great work here.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
So that's the track here in Snowshoe. For me, it's so deceiving because the top of the track seems, again, simple, but the intensity that is required and really understanding what is going to slow you down. And so it's definitely unique to Snowshoe, this style of riding that is really about carrying speed. Then once you get to the bottom, it's all about kind of just YOLOing through the rocks. We heard so many riders talk about how punishing it is to make a mistake or hit the brakes or get caught up because it can ruin your speed for the next 30 seconds of track. But time training's coming up, so this is when we get to see who's on the ball and who's still figuring it out.
Taking the win in time training, how do you feel kind of going into the first race this week?
Feeling actually a little bit beat up. The week's gonna be long and everyone is really excited.
I don't really like it because it's super flat and that sucks. We have to
Then fast.
full speed and it's fun.
So just try to be smooth and yeah, stay on the bike really, because a lot of crashes, a lot of flats,
That's horrible.
big broken wheels. So yeah, smooth and consistent will be good.
So yeah, looking forward to send it. We'll see.
Great track, bit different, huge jumps, gnarly rock garden. So had a good morning and we're gonna keep building on that way.
This track, the atmosphere here is so tense because it's the last two events of the season and this track is so dramatic. You heard Loris talking about just random rocks being able to be in your line, could cause a flat, could cause a wheel to break. And when you're pushing for the win and for the overall, everything matters. And so when you tune in on Red Bull TV on Wednesday, I promise you, it will be a sight to see. I'll see you there.
Well, how's your day?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you come last time, 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here. Yeah, it's
Have you been to Snowshoe previous to that
I
time?
raced national champs here.
Knox.
Got smoked, but it's all good.
Dog, you raced national champs. Like, wait. Right there. You did it. Something I'll never do. I'll be here ripping down snowboard and skiing. Oh, Lordy.